Hey guys, welcome to the Herb Swamp, the spot for cannabis news and herb reviews. On this channel, weed takes the spotlight, but occasionally we discuss other herbs and current events, what's going on in the world, this and that. So if you're interested in that, like, subscribe, comment, let me know. All right, so today we are going to be talking about the legalization of cannabis in Florida. So this is long overdue, guys. So two lawmakers are going to be teaming up here. One Democrat, one Republican. They're kind of leading the way. There are other people that are kind of in tune with this bill. It looks like they have some bipartisan support here. So as you can see here, it looks like you can hear Guillermo Smith saying the following: "We've continued the prohibition on using cannabis in public spaces. We're asking for a study on home grow as opposed to allowing it right out of the gate, which is a concession I made," Guillermo said. Now, this is huge because home grow has kind of been that thing that's been taboo in every single measure that's come forth. I mean, every single time they try to put something on the floor or even discussing it in Congress there and here in Florida, it's always been an issue. They've always hung up on the whole home grow issue, when you really see that every other state has never had an issue with that. So anyway, let's move on here. So they're also talking about the issue with monopolies here in this article, because here in Florida, another issue is the monopolies that exist. They're kind of grandfathered in, and there's this vertical integration going on. And if you wanted to be a cannabis business here in Florida, it'd be pretty much next to impossible, because you have to go from seed to sale, which makes it's just way different from states like California, where you can be a manufacturer, or you can also be you can just be you can work in segments pretty much. You don't have to do the entire production to sale process. So in Florida, they're trying to work that out. I think that maybe if this proposal goes through, it could be something that works. So that's definitely some good news for Florida here. So next thing for today, we're going to go ahead and look at this Make It Legal proposal, which is a separate proposal from the legislation that's being proposed here. This is a local initiative. I wouldn't really call it a small initiative, because this is something that's backed by big money, Trulieve and things like that. And just if you know the group behind this, you would know what I'm talking about. So pretty much what they're hoping to do would essentially legalize cannabis. And let's actually look at let's read the amendment here. So pretty much, to sum it up, it would allow 2.5 ounces of marijuana and marijuana accessories for personal use for any reason, permits medical marijuana treatment centers to sell, distribute, or dispense marijuana and marijuana accessories if clearly labeled and in child-proof packaging to adults. There's a big thing that they're leaving out here, which is, like I mentioned before, home grow. Why is that such an issue? We don't know. So that's definitely missing here. So let's look at another proposal, a local proposal here in Florida, which is Regulate Florida. Now, this is a much better proposal. This proposal is not actually on the website anymore. They did have it here, but this proposal essentially does the same thing. It kind of lays out the framework for the taxes and everything, the structure of how everything would be regulated. Regulate Florida also includes the home grow provision, which would allow 6 plants, which is I don't know, for whatever reason, this is a huge issue. And this is the reason I think that this Regulate Florida is not getting the traction. There are, I think, a certain demographic or age group that is not for the home grow. They see it as some sort of free for all. So I don't have a view or opinion either way. I just think that is what's keeping this particular measure from moving forward. They don't quite have the support. So let's take a look at the support. For the first measure that I mentioned, which is the regulate Florida, or the make it legal, I'm sorry, you could see here that this is, they have made some headway here. So currently they only need 222,898 for judicial review, and they've already collected 555,944. So they are well beyond that level. They can definitely get the judicial review needed to get, cleared for on that end, because that is a step toward getting on the ballot. So they're pretty close. I think that they can make this. The deadline for this, I believe, is in February, if I'm not mistaken, to be on the ballot for next year. It could be February 2022, but I'll get more information on that for you guys. All right, so let's look at the next measure. So the next measure we have is the Regulate Florida measure, the measure that I believe is much better. Let's take a look at it. So this is it doesn't have much about the details of the text, but we can take a look if we'd like at the full text. So let's go ahead and do that here. Quick scan of the full text, and let's look at the summary. So this states in the summary, this regulates marijuana for limited use and growing by persons 21 years of age or older. This is a key factor. This is the key differentiation in this particular regulation. The state shall adopt regulations to issue, renew, suspend, and revoke license for cannabis cultivation, product manufacturing, testing, and retail facilities. Local governments may regulate facilities, time, place, and manner, and if states fail to timely act, may license facilities. So the key takeaway here is that they're going to be allowing home grow on this measure. The only problem is, let's go back to that measure and let's see how far they've gotten. So they need the same amount to get judicial review. They only have 51,459 current. So it doesn't look promising for this measure. They've been trying this thing for a while now, all the way since back in 2016. So they are just not getting there. But I do think this is the better measure for Florida. So that's what we have here. So I will get some more information on this. I'll keep you guys up to date. Florida is long overdue. I do agree with that. I do think that eventually Florida will come around. If you like this video, subscribe, like. Let me know, guys. What do you think? Do you think that Florida should allow home growing? Do you think it should be such a big deal? Let me know in the comments. All right. Bye.